Thank you very much for coming and for blessing the occasion. Chairperson LC5 number recognizing Jerwambara, Abunwood in Hosofa, Abandon is out money by recognizing, but Tino Dueno style recognizing. Kulaka Mr. Kamsi David, Ogundijiso, Wakazo Town Council, can the senior citizen, no opinion leader, special invited guest. Thank you very much. We treasure you.
He's most welcome.
Where are they? Meanwhile, I'm going to refreshments. I'm going to zone.
Good morning, investors. Sorry. Good afternoon, investors. My name is Jasper Twaire from BMR Associates, and BMR Associates conveys you greetings. We audited the financial performance and position of Able Cooperative Savings for the year ended 2025, and it's part of this report that we are sharing. And in the interest of time, I'm requesting that we go to page 29 of this report. That's
excuse me, on the bit. This is unusual. Yeah. There is a health issue which I have to announce because I've kept forgetting. The areas of convenience are this side. Because I've got concerns that people go this side and it is locked. We should not have health issues here. So kindly take this direction. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, MC. So I'm requesting the members to go to page 29. And in the interest of time, the report, I'm going to focus more on the report on page 29, which is the statement of comprehensive income. Then after that, I'll go to page 30, which is the statement of financial position. And I'll go then to the final audit opinion in that regard. But the report is big. It goes up to page 49, which is not feasible if you are to go through each and everything. But these two statements gives a very clear position of the performance and position of the cooperative. And also, maybe to also request members in the interest of time that I read figures in millions, because most of the figures presented are in billions.
Kandi showishemwe kandi wabitwazotaka ni wachereta toreka bakakugarukamu yebareseba.
Amazina kanje nebehangana rasisiyo delegate kuruga wa manja
behangana
na ni secondinga ngo emagabo tujongeremu gumwe nangwa no kukiraho ahabo kuba nempaji erikombeka SACCO yitu omuryejo nimbuzeki
kandi wabuze
nyowe delegate kwa maza musiaka tinkamanyere emukorre muno eyanyowe nka delegate omuryejo nimbuzeki icyo nkaba kutandika busyaka obundi twine challenges nyingi, so hariho officers oba kutugambira ngo omwanya kutina guti twine mobilization, so okashanga nyonka delegate ni kwatwaho munonga habwa mobilization ejo, so haza obundi nchibani kora mobilization obundi abantu batagitegereze kurungi ahabo kubana abantu abutwire nabo tibakumanyiwe ekingamba ebo ndita nayo mbwenu nchibasika itwe nk'abadelegate n'umutwa nkachi kumanya wonkachi oba nka t-shirt oba nkachi
yebare kandi
Madam Chair.
yes
Twatwineho Madam Pablo na Rita waba nwanda kugura shares abantu baguza upapura bagwine so wayenda no bashikirira then maybe omwani omwani mwana Dixon mubaya Samson kitchen where you can stand up for recognition. We now work up 10 million shares platinum, so we appreciate you so much.
thank you so much yebare ogwa chegegwa yachemba manya yaja ngunashemba tuongere migabo kandi delegates ninteka ngu managers areas zanyu when you are going out in the outreach mazima mukabenu mbeta akuba nubo irakaria members kandi bya t-shirt delegate mazima ni osheme kuba nogura t-shirt y'emitwaro 2 abo kuba being chosen from many to represent ni osheme kuba ine capacity yokubasa kugura t-shirt ninjira ekemigabo cyahingura ekemigabo cyahingura mwebare nimbebaza mwebare munonga kumanya obukuru bw'emigabo kandi MC
Okay. Twatunga chairperson LC5 ili ahabwa district omwantongirwe hygiene coverage. Meyu kai actually kai
cyahingura cyane
Mwogwe ayomutwale bwe. So ninjira chairperson you can continue with another program.
But before I continue, I request that we have something to yeah, like a drink. Twazife yon kandi showishemwe kandi wabitwazotaka ni wachereta toreka bakakugarakamu yebareseba
amazina kanje Behangana Rasisiyo delegate Kuruga wa Manja
Behangana
na ni secondinga ngo emagabo tujongeremu
for use by the entity for this what we call the disposable balance out of the profits tukweza byona twaiza kuyebyona byona bikwetagwa tusigaza billion 2 na million 521 ezi ekitongole kikubasa kukozesa kukozesa kusigaza zitine ki ekikubanjibwaho so ejo niyo yeri statement of comprehensive income. Then to the page 30 we can go to the next page, page 30. Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited annual report statement for financial position for the year ended at 31st December 2025. This is also a summary of all events, but it also has detailed notes, as you can see. And in the interest of time, I'm also going to do the same approach. Assets, non-current assets, property and plant and equipment. Details are in note 24, and
Ndubavu mwibare munonga twatera mu business kora hamwe mwibare so the chairperson can proceed.
Yebare mutebe kanisa Twaza number 9. Let us receive a budget for the year 2026. Then we react on it. CEO, the floor is yours.
Yeah, our guest of honor, the chairperson, guest, Abamina Bachara, Wazari annual operational plan and budget 2026. Umwaka okuturumwogu kutandika January kusia December. As part of that, I'm going to present it in a executive summary, highly summarized way. But the biggest annual operational plan with strategies is there at board level and management. So these are just some of the key highlights I'm going to bring out. Konkataka jiro baseho na wanyawo nyenaba manise as part of this year agana makora marunji abakwa abataru abamina munonga kandi abahinji n'abarisa. You are seeing on this book as part of planning. Yeah, let me just take you there. Yeah, where are their pictures? Page 6. Turamwe baseho na wanyawo ninjiramo arga refreshments zao. I want the library, no congregation. You are there? Yeah, look at that picture on page 6. It says, Executive Director, Supervision and Graduation Bank of Uganda, Mr. David Karyango, who is in the center, and his team visited Ebo, head office on familiarization tour, as the first SACCO to be licensed in the whole country. Mr. Romungarona. Kunda Urunji, Nyana Bagambe Urunji Argumuyechi. They were here like last 2 weeks back. Konkanya Nabagamba Makroma Runji. Mturen Muhura, Essence of Kweta Agriculture Credit Fund. Budget SCF. Mazuri Rokwe. Arezindo za kweta Small Business Fund. Zituireziomu commercial banks konkazi kwebwa Bank of Uganda. Bueno kurugarizo ba makuru marunji ebo esainingire MOU as part of those financial participating financial institutions ezikusakweza sentezi. Kurugarizo ba abamina bachara nzirga a milioni emwe mpaka a bilioni 10 okuhinga kuona no kurisa mutakagaruka garuko mu commercial banks muja eba baimba babiya bajango sente ezamagwa majet ndo tuzine ngati mwezirya zaikangai nyina habutaka mwende ejo na plan ya 2026 kandi MOU tuzine batagaruka babiya sente zirya agriculture gokta bagambara from production mpaka marketing value chain financing, and that is the benefits of being regulated and supervised by the central bank. I have my colleagues here, my CEOs, and thank you for coming. They have been recognized. Maybe just briefly, Agaba from Millennium General Manager, you can stand up. Felix Micha for Asia, General Manager, can stand up. Asimu Henry for Ranyamahembe, you can also stand up. Yeah, mwewa rekore that spirit. I don't know whether there's another general manager or any other. Okay. There's another general manager, Mrs. Rita of South Zimbabwe. She's there. Actually, when Kachiza was talking, I think maybe Rita is one of the historical managers of SACCOs who is still surviving. Like me, Ibire is saying like me. Maybe we are only two, I don't know. Same time, yeah. Bire nurtured that. And we thank you so much, Bire, for being our role model. So that is you have seen her. She's from Zirowe, South Zirowe. She's the only, these ones are new. They just came when things were better, but for us who are there when things were... Maybe Asimwe is also historical. But yeah, Felix, I know. Yeah, wherever I'm Yeah, so let's go to page. Let's go to page 49. As brief as it is, I'm just going to summarize. I said the biggest plan is there, but also you can't bring it here. So, our guest of honor and the chairperson, this year we are projecting to grow our asset to 176.5 billion by end of this year. That is, of course, up from 123 this year, 2025. That will be a growth rate of around 43%, and the biggest contributor, of course, will be portfolio growth. Then number two, total liabilities is also projected to grow to 138.4 by December 2026, up from 100.4 billion last year. That will be a growth of 38%. But the biggest contributor here will also be savings mobilization. Number three, projected total equity is also going to grow to 38 billion, up from 22.6 billion by end of December. This will be a growth rate of 68%. And here, the share purchase core, it will be actually the biggest contributor, but also the net profit that we're also going to attain. So, basewa na banyabo, aliyecho ni mbasima, chairperson, yaba a proposal, kanu majirabyamu, mutugure, one additional share each member. And so far, we are almost 120 something. So what is the mwezo? That is almost close to 2.5 billion that is already in the bag. So mwebare mnonga, mwatukoneramu, it was a very, very good, and we are, as chairperson said, our meetings have been lively, no controversy, good ideas. I want to obtain sense of Runjivichire. So today it was exceptional. And the court of people only
for use by the entity for this, what we call the disposable balance out of the profits. Tukweza byona twaiza kubyona bikwetagwa tusigaza billioni 2 na millioni 521 ezi ekitongole kikubasa kukozesa kukozesa kusigaza zitine ki ekikubanjibwaho. So a junior statement of comprehensive income. Then to the page 30, we can go to the next page, page 30. Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited annual report statement for financial position for the year ended at 31st December 2025. This is also a summary of all events, but it also has detailed notes, as you can see. And in the interest of time, I'm also going to do the same approach. Assets, non-current assets, property and plant and equipment. Details are in note 24, and the performance for there was 5,773,000,000. Current assets, there was cash at hand, cash and bank balances as at the 1st December were 10,698,000,000. Advances to members 87,224,000,000. Other receivables, 9,861,000,000. Inventory, 9,000,000. Investments, 6 billion. They are under note 28. That's the total assets, giving a total assets of 120,430,000,000. Then we go to liabilities and shareholders' equity. Shareholder funds, share capital, 9,966,000,000. Reserve funds, 6,357,000,000. Revaluation reserve, 705,000,000. General provision reserve, 779,000,000. Retained earnings, 4,947,000,000. Total shareholder funds being 22,755,000,000. Then we go to non-current liabilities. External loans were 45,828,000,000. Total non-current liabilities, that was the figure, 828,000,000. Then we got current liabilities. Members' deposits were 50,306,000,000. Other payables, 1,540,000,000, giving a total figure of total current liabilities of 51,846,000,000. Total liabilities were 97,674,000,000. Total equity and liabilities, which the total of equity and liabilities is 120,430,000,000. Then that's the end of the balance statement of financial position. Formally, most people call it the balance sheet. Then I also take you to note, so we go to page 26. I request we go together to page 26. Independent report of the auditors to the members of Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited. We have audited the accompanying financial statements of Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited, which comprise the statement of financial position, statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows for the period ending 31st December 2025, and a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory notes. Opinion. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited as at 31st December 2025, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the 12 months then ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards and in compliance with the Cooperative Societies CAP 107. The business administration of the society has been conducted A. efficiently, B. in accordance with cooperative principles and auditing and accounting provisions of the statute, C. in accordance with objectives, bylaws, and any other decision made by the annual general meeting. Tukabala ebitabo bya Able Savings. After turabazile ebitabo tukakubala ebitabo, then reviewing an operations and buli kimwe kika kiri omu buteeka nkoku biine kora ki nkoku mwa ba interestingire kukikora. Then we go to page 28. report on other legal and regulatory requirements. As required by the Cooperative Societies CAP 107, we report to you based on our audit that we have obtained all the information and explanations which to the best of our knowledge and belief were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited, so far as it appears from our examination of those books. And 3, the Able Cooperative Savings and Credit Society Limited statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account. The engagement pattern on the audit resulting in this independent auditor's report is CPA Muhereza Yason, BMR Associates. Thank you so much.
Report ya auditor yawa. So as we will come another agenda or another item on the agenda, let me also recognize Mr. Kansime Payas and Mr. Ayevare Mowa. These are good savers at Ibanda, and also followed by Tandeka David, who is the manager of Kamaragaya Farmers. Where are they? Where are those people? Okay, they are there. Enjoy the refreshment. Gomosha Vera Bani, Nkuma, Vice Chairperson wa Minister of County, then Barunji Catherine, Lady Councillor. Actually, all councillors have been getting some notification that they are councillors around. Wherever you are, councillors are Himurumena Muimeru Mugumu, Nabateri Wakaruru, Nabaturaho Muimeraho, the government age. Aha, no Babu, Mwebare Munonga, Pisumkoro, HT. So, Atara Vaiga Akakansara, Bona Nave Melza Navanja. Then the Yahawe innocent, Ogunaran Road, Witu Amis, Baran Road Bona, Avito Varia. Actually, for you are very important people. So, whoever the Kuija can, whoever the Tatubinga, need to show room with it. Those land roads, Baran Road, Vit, Nanare Euro Grace, or Wakasha.
Twazifeyo kandi showishemwe kandi twazotaka ni wachereta toreka bakakugarukamu yebareseba
amazina ganje nebehangana rasisiyo delegate kuruga wa manja
behangana
na ni secondinga ngo emagabo tujongeremu gumwe nangwa no kukiraho ahabo kuba nempaji erikombeka SACCO yitu omuryejo nimbuzeki
kandi wabuze
nyowe delegate kwa manza musiaka tikamanyere emukorre muno eyanyowe nka delegate omuryejo nimbuzeki icyo nkaba kutandika busyaka obundi twine challenges nyingi, so hariho officers oba kutugambira ngo omwanya kutina guti twine mobilization, so okashanga nyonka delegate ni kwatuho munonga habwa mobilization ejo, so haza obundi nchibani kora mobilization obundi abantu batagitegereze kurungi ahabo kubana abantu abutwire nabo tibakumanyiwe ekingamba ebo ndita nayo mbwenu nchibasika icyo nkabadregeti numutha nkachi kumanyi wonkachi oba katishati oba kachi
yebare kandi
Madam Chair,
yes
twatwineho Madam Pablo na Rita w'abantu banda kugura shares abantu baguza upapura bagwine so wayenda no bashikirira then maybe omani you can stand up for recognition. We now work up 10 million shares, platinum, so we appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. Yebareche ogwa chegegwa yachemba manya yaja ngunashemba tuongere mugabo kandi delegates ninteka ngu managers areas zanyu when you are going out in the outreach mazima mukabenu mbeta akuba nubo irakaria members kandi bya t-shirt delegate mazima ni osheme kwa no gura t-shirt yemtware 2 abo kuba being chosen from many to represent ni osheme kwa ine capacity yokubasa kugura t-shirt ninjira echemugabo cyahingura echemugabo cyahingura mwebare nimbebaza mwebare mnonga kumanya obukuru bw'emugabo kandi MC
okay twatunga chairperson LC5 ile ahabwamba district omantongirwe hygiene correct so chairperson you can continue with another program.
But before I continue, I request that we have something to yeah, like a drink. Yeah. Maybe as they bring us something to drink, we shall directly go to agenda number 8 and we receive the external audit report. Areas liaise with our people, they give us water.
In charge of welfare, please, they are aware, but as the auditor comes on board, let's recognize these people as well. Satinga Manyere Prosper, the teacher was in Anzi, na we are young. Oh, thank you very much for honoring our invitation, and thank you for all the support that you do. Tumshabe Gordoni, Open Director was Standard High School, Alinka. Oh, go get them. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Tuineho Muchiza Ernesti, Open Director, Wachitabo High School now. Alinka. Oh, you are a Pijani, you are a Rumungaro. I have Verentino, Open Director, Wali, Excel High School. The Shangwai. Igora Kamuisha. We were Munonga, Yavari Pija. Then we have Kundo, Abe, Ogu, Nomsevi, Yomalisti, Avaseva, Zavarunji, Alinga, Abe, Yavari Munonga, to organizing, Kanka, Chidea Chigamba, organizing, organizing, and Churunji, Chota Munamani. Then to Shengereze, Habat, Ogun Director was St. Paul's Primary School. Then we have Reverend Canon Medad Kahanji, on Achidikon Wumukondo, Igor, thank you very much for coming and for blessing the occasion. Chairperson LC5 number recognizing Jerome Abunwood in Hosofa, Abandon is out money for recognizing, but you know, to start recognizing. Mr. Kamsi David. Ogundi jiso wakazo town council kandi senior citizen no opinion leader special invited guest. Alinkai, thank you very much. We treasure you.
He's most welcome.
But that's where are they? Then we are going to refreshments. Mwatanchira kutancho mtenzi zone.
Nyama Maria Bambakuru gajomusi Ruhanga amuhumuze Jakajenga kozi lebirunji Mahabasi chideno buhauzi Ebo badileta kwisikwera Mabasi sowa mwishe ritani Vindirisha bakura mwenyegawo Ayeto mjeni mukuru Onanunai mukamutu Wamashuri amago Kamilion zabiririna Echo chika mutangaza Yabache bandika sente zabo zakanya etunguko mpaka minji yimuka amaka minji weza gashomesa degree diploma byakanyira kimwe bayaguza roze miringo minji banka yakurana yatunguka okurhanga kone bintu bye banka katandikwa bantu bashatu nerugaha bantu yaletwa SACCO reba Ebon Financial Services ebirungi biruga mutoto nayo murembe head office imeshamba kwizibwera eina mataji kongera obuhereza ekyo nikiyamba abantu behanga ikorora kashaka hamwe n'ibanda tinanika zorushereka bwohe rubindi shongoro na mwizi barara mwizibwera head office etunguka ya ebenya higuru niyo SACCO yo kubanza mu Uganda okutunga ATM kari branches obuhereza nibushana nipsime mima mirongi y'ebitongore obuhabuzi okwinegeza n'amagezi kandi n'abantu okusapotinga ebo mwebali obuhabuzi esente n'obwire enkora birungi ebizumurwa kandi akibo kazo wanyamugara itwa ba ebo katushemerire ahawe nkora nungi etunguka
Nitsimo mwami Josefu
akozire birungi
ito twena ntukusima
naye bare kusima
omwami Stephen Mwonge
naye bare
okutandika ekibiina kirungi
kiri kwegambirira
enkora
birungi ebizumurwa kandi akibo kazo wanyamugara itwa ba ebo katushemerire ahawe nkora nungi etunguka
aba ebo bigwire
bija mutahe
utwarero ni barungi
mwetungure
manyabutekorera bukuru
bija mubice
entunguko magaganyu
eyongere kukanya enkora birungi ebizumurwa kandi akibo kazo wanyamugara itwa ba ebo katushemerire ahawe nkora nungi etunguka
kwetimwa bakirgoko
bija tukwatanise
mwikuri akaunti zanyu
mutandike obugaiga
mushomesa abana banyu
bulijjo mu bworo
ebyoburisa n'obuhingi
izaha mutindo enkora birungi ebizumurwa kandi akibo kazo wanyamugara itwa ba ebo katushemerire ahawe nkora nungi etunguka
itsima gavumenti
kurinda ry'abantu
azimekozire birungi
ebiri kusimwa
ebetwire obusinge
omwihanga ry'etu Uganda
tushobera n'omu maka gaitu
mureke twekunde
ainunu imwe barungi ekikane ekibona omwe eje kwasembabure tunga morya ntonde na bushenyi kararamwe nibanda turuhura kamwe njoko nakazo rukungiri na toro na buhaju kampara jejegwa kitagwenda sembabure Masaka tinono ko chazanga Branches zona mwebare Omurumo murungi ndugwogo numwebare Abahinji n'abaritsa Abarungi umwe cyanyu mwinegeze Abahinji n'abaritsa Imwe abarungi imwe cyanyu mwinegeze Abashubuza bakora sente Kambagambira umuca gwanyu gwizire Bakiri inju n'abacara Kambatebeze kutakaruka harebo Eminyeto mukinamani Kambagambire kutonekorera bukuru
Barunzika ebo bakayabarisa n'abahinzi bashemerirwe n'ibesima ahabwa imikorere mirungi y'abantu banyima yo kwegeza abantu bakakora n'umutima gumwe bakabika sente zabo zakanya etunguku makaminji yimuka amakaminji weza gashomesa degree diploma byakanyira kimwe bayaguzaronze miringo mingi banka yakurana yatunguka okurhanga kore bintu bye Bakakatani kwa bantu bashatu Nerukaha bantu ya yetwa SACCO Reba Ebon Financial Services Ebirungi biruga mutoto na ya murembe Head office imeshamba mwizubera Eina mataji konjero mhereza Echo nichiyamba bantu Ikorora kashaka hamwe n'ibanda Chinanika zorushereka bohe Rubindi shongoro na mwizi Barara mwizi wera head office Etunguka ya ebenya higuru Niyo SACCO yo kubanzo mu Uganda Okutunga ATM kari branches omuherezani bushana Nipsime mirima mirungi y'ebitongore Obuhabuzi okwinegeza n'amagezi Kandi n'abantu okusapotinga ebo Mwebare obuhabuzi esente n'obwire Enkora birungi ebizumurwa Kanda kibo kazo wanyamgara Itwaba ebo katushemerire Ahawe nkora nungi netunguka
Ekisimo mwami Joseph
Akozire birungi
Ito twena ntukusima
Naye bare kusima
Omwami Stephen Mwonge
Naye bare
Okutandika ekibiina kirungi
Kiri kwegambirira Enkora birungi ebizumurwa Kanda kibo kazo wanyamgara Itwaba ebo katushemerire Ahawe nkora nungi netunguka
Aba ebo bigwire
Bija mutahe
Utwarero ni barungi
Wetungure
Manya butekorera bukuru
Bija mubije
Entunguko mbagaganyu
Eyongere kukanya Enkora birungi ebizumurwa Kanda kibo kazo wanyamgara Itwaba ebo katushemerire Ahawe nkora nungi netunguka
mutimwa bakirgoko
ije twatanse
mwikuri akaunti zanyu
kandi cyo bugayida
mushomesa abana banyu
uryo muhoro
ebyo burisa no guhingiza
zahamtindo enkora birungi ebizumurwa kandi akibo kazo wanyamugara itwaba ebo katushemerire ahawe nkora nungi etunguka
itsima gavumenti
kurinda ry'abantu
azimekozere birungi
ebiri kusimwa
ebetwira obusinge
mu ihanga ry'etu Uganda
tushobora no mu maka gaitu
mureke twekunde
ainunu imwe barungi ekikane kyebunomwe eje kwasembabure tungamo lyantonde na bushenyi bararamwe nibanda turuhura kamwe njoko nakazo rukunjiri na toro na buhwezu kampara jejegwa kitagwenda sembabure masaka kino noko cyazanga ranchezo na mwebare omurumo murungi ndwogo numwebare abahinji n'abaritsa abarungi umwe cyanyu mwinegeze abahinji n'abarisa imwe abarungi imwe cyanyu mwinegeze abashubuza bakora sente kambagambira umugisha gwanyu gwizire bakiri inju n'abacara kambatebeze mutakaruka harebo eminyeto mukinamani kambagambire kutonekorera bukuru
Bantu sana bahingi bashemerirwe n'ibesima ahabwa imikorere mirungi y'abantu hanyuma yo kwegesa abantu bakakora n'umutima gumwe bakabika sente zabo z'akanya etunguku mpaka mingi yimuka amakamingi weza gashomesa degree diploma byakanyira kimwe bayaguza loni z'emiringo mingi banka yakurana yatunguka okuruhanga kora ebintu bye banka katandikwa abantu bashatu nerugaha abantu yayetwa SACCO reba ebonu financial services ebirungi biruga mutoto nayo murembe head office imeshangwa kwizibwera eina mataji kongera obuhereza ekyo nikiyamba abantu beihanga igorora kashaka hamwe n'ibanda kinanikazo rushereka bwohe rubindi shongoro na mwizi
bamusohoka.
Okay, so Mayor, as you come on board, Kenneth Patai from Interswitch has been with us. And we are sorry we had not really recognized you. Thank you for coming. Yes, you and chairperson, the man is there. I name it Sarah, I'm seeing with Ahabu, Triahabwe, Alfred, Reverend. Ababikura account kandi baburebuka tena Reverend ni to kwashira wadoma achidiko na leta nawe yata mwakire mutero mu ngaro zamani ni mpamvu baraka no mucishaninga nija kweso ndinga soka ko
mkamawita simu our chief guest, chairperson board, CEO and the management, board members, abajinyi mwena beserwe, delegates sawaria hamwena, nintwara umugishogo ko batabarsya, mukurikiye urukiko rwaberneina. Congratulations. Kandi cyo mutano ndizero umugisha nanye nyoseraha nyosere ninzo mu nkikwezi. As the chairperson has said, today we are marvelous. Nanjang twete rumunga. We have set a record. Kana nyenda ngututamburaho. Ornurukiko rw'umurembe. Taba mwe bya pull and push. Ubuntu ija haturi abantu betegerize. Murebe ko muri mwe na mwerebe buri mwe yerebe. Muri abantu bakwetegereza bo mutano. Niba kwanu baturetana babere birungi byo kutwara umisho. Kandi kutukuba toriya inabu tukuba tujwekire. Uko mwe tuja tukora busha. Mwene rizo twakora ikintu kirungi munonga reka tweterera umungaro. Nasima arahituriyo ntuza kandi naharungi. Mukama simu. Mwene byanje ni bike tinguza gamba bingi bataye banje nahora wagamba at politicians protocols zanyu itokune yatu ino mugisha one can represent us all and we okay so long as if to are presenting biri in agreement ninga shini bisitwara umisha. Mwena bishimwe bataye banje bari ya mwena chairperson wizibwera LC1.
If you want accounts, the budgets, it is a moment when members come together to review stewardship. These are stewards. The board management are stewards of your money, your resources. And also to assess performance and also renew confidence in the leadership. And I hope you have confidence in your leadership by the way they have presented the reports, by the way they have addressed you. There's nothing, I think, hidden. There's no hidden agenda. And that's why you are able to deliberate and take quick decisions. I want to thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather at this time when the SACCO movement remains one of the most important vehicles in the financial inclusion sector and local enterprise development, for sure I was chatting with my colleague Joseph. The SACCOs, all of us need to embrace SACCO. This is where you get dividends. It's rare that you get dividends from the bank. You know, let's embrace our thing. Household resilience. I hear Joseph speaking proudly. I want you to grow. I want to make impact. I want to make impact. And community transformation. There's no way we are going to transform the community without participating in our own SACCOs. And they are built to endure values of self-help. When he said Ebo started as from a barriers society, really that's how we start, but now it is self-help. We want to grow in business, in families, solidarity, and the rest. A SACCO, this forum, it shows mutual responsibility, democratic control. I think the democracy is seen already, the way we are deliberating. And I'm happy to see that happening today. For that reason, that's why Ebo SACCO deserves a journey for recognition. And I want to thank the leadership once more. However, to all the delegates and the entire management team and the board, Ebo SACCO holds a historical place in Uganda's financial and cooperative landscape. You started the journey, and you were the first SACCO ever in Uganda to be licensed. You are the first. No one will be the first. And regulated by the Central Bank of Uganda under the current framework of large registered SACCOs. Really, being the first is good, but you have to keep to the top. You know, it is a landmark of development for not only Ebo SACCO, but the entire SACCO sector in Uganda. It signals credibility. You need to be credible. Signals maturity. I see you are mature. You're a mature SACCO, though you are still growing. It signals institutional discipline. And above all, it signals public interest. As you were deliberating, I had someone who deposited 500 million. It is public trust. Trust. For sure, on my side, we work with so many institutions. I've worked with over 60 institutions, SACCOs and microfinance institutions. Any institution that has weak governance, weak management, weak systems, weak games, can't access financial services from institutions of Europe you are talking about, even locally. It is becoming hard to work with institutions that have weak management systems, weak managers, and I want to applaud Ebo SACCO for the step you have taken. So therefore, this milestone should be a source of great pride to members, the board, management and staff, and all stakeholders, including ourselves, who have walked the journey with this institution this far. But this should also be understood as a greater call to responsibility. We are recording profits, but it is easy to come to another AGM when we are recording losses. Very easy. So we need to all be responsible. When an institution becomes the first, it ceases to be ordinary. It becomes a standard bearer. It becomes a reference point. It's always coming to benchmark. Thank you very much. This is a strong SACCO. Now you're a reference point. The central bank will say, go to Ebo SACCO. What will they find? A strong board, leadership, systems, and a strong delegate system. This is what we want to continue. It becomes an example that others will study, emulate, and measure themselves against. Ebo SACCO has therefore assumed the position of national significance within the corporate sector And the obligation before you now is not merely to celebrate this achievement, but to protect and deepen it and build upon it. And I pray that you do that. To the delegates, Bank of Uganda's supervision and regulation introduced a higher level of institutional expectation. The demand is stronger. Governance has to be stronger. Transparency has to be stronger. Internal controls, sound risk management, and others. In other words, a license is not only a badge of honor, it is a commitment to excellence. Let's excel. Let's not give up on what we have achieved, but let's take it forward. I therefore commend SACCO for reaching this important threshold. It demonstrates a vision you have as members and discipline in your institutional development and commitment to building a strong SACCO, which is credible and the future really is ready. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to point to some key fundamental pillars we here have to respect or support this team. One, I have already talked about it, strong governance. Colleagues, let's thank this team and all other board members who have been with SACCO. They have steered the institution to what we see now. Please continue. Financial discipline. No SACCO can thrive without a savings culture. If we are to grow our SACCO, let us pay those shares. Let us also save. Let us be responsible in our borrowing. Borrow and pay back. Don't stress Mr. CEO here, Joseph, to run after you. This is your SACCO. You are borrowing your own money, but you are refusing to pay. Then we are using other means to recover from you. This is our SACCO. So let's borrow responsibly and pay and grow those assets he has talked about. Members, member value. We value members as a SACCO. And I thank SACCO. It's a strong SACCO. Let us be responsible as members. The other aspect we need to consider is innovation and adaptation. The board chairperson talked about it. If you don't want to change, you do what? The regulation